what binds this group of autocracies to work together. And right now, the most important ones are Russia, China, Iran, North Korea, plus a handful of others, is really not religion. And obviously it's not any ideology. So, ideology doesn't matter. I mean, the Chinese are communists and the Russians are nationalists and the Iranians have a theocracy. What binds all of them is rather their dislike of and fear of the language of the liberal world. In other words, the language of rights, the language of rule of law, the language of separation of powers. All of these are states that are seeking to create a kind of total environment where the regime or the leader or the ruling party controls all media, all conversation, makes all the decisions, controls the court system, which is why so many of them become so profoundly corrupt, controls the legal system. And what all of them are fighting against is the influence of liberalism, secular liberalism, democracy, whichever word you prefer to use, but the influence of other cultures where you have actual debate, where you have independent courts, where you have the rule of law. And I think they have that in common with the other regime. Although, as I said, I think the religious nature of their regime gives them a particular